Ia, malo fo le saifo manuia lau afionga savea ia mana ia le wa matana mafanafana mai wa a matana langona le spring le wa o mai a.
Mana ia au mātou i nei. Ia man tūwhala mātou i le tui saute. O lea lava e malulu sa timu fo i nei le tai au. Lea whato a tau maua si masele. O le mea tā ua, o le ola ma le malosi whaftai o lo o wawa iatu sulu le tino. Ia, o lo o maua fo i lo soifua la au lei. Nā mai le nā vai aso ma ona futia fo i ma tiu te sa whenga iai.
Ia, whaftai lava savea ia pisi lava lava yaso e ona o lea fo e whai asina tele o le mamalu le atunu le lava e vili mai ma pasili mai tele lava nai tūlanga e o fia malama mai. So again e pei lava e mo lava e umiana whai le tā por kalame we've talked about a few issues a lot for a few moments but e whai lava sina tele lava o le mamalu le atunu which is really good. O lea lava e te le lava le au ngā o le tātou por kalame le wha malama mai non tūlanga ese o le so o le tale le fsili o la e pisi lava tātou o lo maua lava le ava no e sosoani ai ma wha malama le mamalu le atunu i tūlanga ese.
Malo, whaftai tā ua le nā o le wala au mai o tangata ia matu atu i lau nubera te le ai le teimi tau te whasoa ai ia ma wha matala au i ili isi vaenga awa o upuma terminologies wo lele fa ngai le housing industry ya po le tulanga fo o e ta pena i mo ke si e tau ma pe vai le lau fo le fa le oina a fa le o le tatou lava ngana ya o fifia nai te mam tina mat tua tatalando i le upu lea o le equity on my home Whamatala ini upu whaingofie, lea mea o le ta o le equity, ai whape I fo na e tango e whatulanga ma whawasenga, be how you going to work it out?
Ia, tā ua tele le tūlanga le ona pe o le ili vai taule nei e tele lava le mamalo le tunu ua lewa na ona owninga la to mot. Ua tele lava le equity le itonu e kasirisile lava pe whaafefea na ona maua le mea ta o le equity. Mo so na whaamalamalanga whaingofie. So o le vaenga le o lo mota o lawa own lava, it's free. There's no funds owing on le portion le o lo mota. Mo se whaataitainga a whapea o lo mota le teimi nei o lai value I le marketi o na estimated value e 5 se la wafe. A whapea le aise mo kesi o owninga, which is most of our homes now le I le tupulanga I tato matua a o lewa na fio mai New Zealand. Most of them are freehold, o lona winga. O lae available o malawa le equity le value o lo fale lea. E mawhai o na whai ei nisi ngā yoinga. Ai a whape o le value o lo fale 5 se la wafe. Ai lai ei sau mo kesi so na whaataita inga 2 se la wafe. O lona winga o le ese ngā le value. Ma lau mo kesi la iai. Ia o le equity na lawa o ne oe. O le maenga le o lo fale you are free to use is a tūlanga whaataita inga whaingofie.
So in other words, o le principle o le vaenga le nā ua umana tutogi a la iesi na mea tusala o le vaenga le nā ta o le equity. E whawhea la na e whaongaina le equity na o lo whale lea o le vaenga o le mokesi o umana na tongi. How would you be able to access that equity?
Mana e tele le fsili le ono le tele lava le o isi fsili le yer vai taimi nei. Matua, there's 2 parts to that. A whape o lela a whaatau ese atu lo mota. You are selling your home. Ko whape o lela mana o pinangalo retire I Samoa. A whape la lela a whaatau ese atu lo mota. Ia a whape la o le eleise mo kesi o iai. So after your fees ma me umana, ia le moa mai leo o le vaenga tupele o whaaliliu iai le equity leo lo fale. O lesi vaenga a whapea, you still want to keep your home. Ai mawhai ona e whaongaina le equity leo uma on a pay off. It may be e whaalile iai lo mota, which most of our homes now, ilo malu le tunu o mana o e whaonga le equity e whaalile iai le mota. So, you can access the equity if whaieni renovations, beto e whaalile iai lo mota. O le si fo tūlanga e mawhai ana whaongaina le equity le be build as a second dwelling. o pe mana o whaata wai se si mauta e renta ini se tangata. Ia mawai se si vai ngā tupe. Po le si fo ia te leo mātua te mina i o mana na o e whaongale ikuti le af sosani lato walo ma whanau. Ena ia whaata wina lo lato fale i their first home. Oa e mawhai fo ia na ana tirisila wha peo tele nisi ai tālafu. E mawhai ana tiritilo i sa vaenga like a debt consolidation. Pe whawhai ngofia on a streamline ile tato finances, so there's one payment to make instead of 3 or 4 different payments. Ai o tulanga o mai whape na o mia lava le ai personalized advice. Ona o isi tulanga maybe the debt consolidation won't benefit you. So o me whape is just general information le I tulanga le. But these are ways in mawhaiona access pe whaongai nei tātou le equity le wa available I tono tātou Fale.
Malo, papatai, o leo wa maua le equity ai e hanga I foi lau sunga le whalitua e whaisesi pre-approval foi leo mo le toi wha leo nisi ngā luenga o le awhi o le Fale po le toi whaia foi o sisi dwelling I tu atu o le whanua o le mauta lea. O a nisi o vaenga e te tauna consider pe e te tauna ave I lau wha mua.
A whapea wa whai, especially tūlanga ia whapea o whai so home renovation or you're building a second dwelling. E tā ua tele le a fo ile ba ai mamau. You need to have a look at po le ale mafuanga e manana o ai o iei le manatu e whai sa second dwelling. Be renovate le Fale o na o tūlanga whapea. Are you looking at staying in the area long term? Wa tūlanga whapea te tilo, are you going to stay in the home long term? Who's going to pay for the renovations? Who will be paying for the second dwelling? Whapea o se si second dwelling le la whai. Wa umana whaatala noa le mama ia le ainga atoa, because sometimes o along whanau le whamoe mo ia they move into the second dwelling. Ai tāua tele le make sure there is an agreement with all parties. Ile tūlanga whapea ona, we need to look long term. Do we want to stay in the area? O le atonu lava le whamoe mo e lai ona ele manatu le to build a second dwelling. Wa le si fu tūlanga e sauna sila iai pe, is it worth if you want to stay in the area? The type of renovation you're looking at doing. Ono tūlanga whapea, you could se whaatita inga, you could spend pitu sela wafe whaiese major renovation I lo Malta. Ai au maila le valuation, le emana o mie le bank, o le valuation, it only means your home would be valued an extra 500. Ai o le cost of renovation le fitu sela wafe, and the improved value after the renovation e lima sela wafe. O tūlanga whapea tauna titilo iai, is it worth for the area? Le type of renovation le titilo iai, and I think that's where Thomas Malana Vaenga, they are very strong on le tūlanga le, make sure foi. Let's have a real think about ile tuainga renovation, because when the bank looks at ile cost of renovation, ma le value lela improve ilo Malta. Afa better le cost of the valuation than the improved value. We call it over-capitalized lo ngawenga. So you are spending more on the renovation
to get less
than the improved value lo Malta. So o tūlanga o malava whapea, it's good to think about whether it's worth doing what you're looking at doing. Be go scale down mai le tato valuation, scale down mai le tato improvement le fia whai to make it worthwhile more le long term. So o tūlanga o malava whapea tā ua te lele whatala noa, so that's where I come in. I can have a discussion ile mamalo le tunu upo le ainga fo ile mana na oi to have a think at different options.
Or even to downsize the project and do it in stages as you move along. Mai loai o lai ta ua le tupe, ma maua le tupe e whaatino e ngā ruenga lea. A whaida le la tango e top up ia lau mo kesi fo le ai whaade le ia ini vaenga like renovations. E whawhiona o na maua le avano te a apain ma whaangatu pe ia.
Yeah, man, it's a little silly ona. This is a little bit more confusing mo le Malu le tunu ona mantua fo ia au mai le se whaatata inga approve mai le bank le renovation cost pe tolu se la wafi. Yeah, umalana Fale totala noanga ma le builder. If you are looking at using Thomas, e vatulele what we call a building contract. So on the building contract, e yele e tu lauleo le building contract. Layele what we call a schedule of payments.
Right.
So the schedule of payments le lisi maya ye vaenga tu petala le vaenga ole progress ole ngalwenga. So how it works is the bank the bank will actually have your limit behind the scenes within the banking system. I might say for the first invoice, based on the schedule of payments, lima se fuluafe. Yolona winga, avele tato invoice le bank, if I'm a mulu maile lima se fuluafe to pay the first invoice. Yolona winga, you're only going to be paying interest on the portion le wafaonga. So ole, how it works is it will just slowly increase le low renovation home loan le. Based on the invoices le au mai lau builder. So until completion, so maybe lima pe lima ni vaenga pe ono pe fitu, the different invoices. Yes, but umale na faonga mai le tato vaenga tupele, so the invoice will come to you as a customer. Na e tangole siaki, I will work with you pe you want me to help you as a mortgage broker. I will work with you na e tango siaki. It's very important lo tango siaki. If the invoices are in line with the schedule of payments.
Nice.
When I send my letter, I will also then check to make sure it's in line. Or you end up paying
it back
out of your pocket. So it's important that you understand the process. Directly level a bank builder for each invoice so that's how it works. You won't get any money. It comes directly from the bank. It's so it's important that you understand that each invoice.
The reason why I think that is very important is because the bank is in control. Alona winga e seleme na mai le tupe na alu e te su tupe. Mai e seleme faunga e le ainga e le mataupula. So I think it's a really nice sort of a control mechanism em fai ona alusa o le tupe na sa ile ngā luenga le. Alona winga cent for cent e te tongi lava le fale tupe o le umana approve mai e oe ma e malmala mai. Ya la wa sa o le ngaluenga fo le umana fai ese le taua ile fa fonga mai le tato tunu a matal no fo mi fa so mal fal tua ya emele palamo o le numero le o la telefoni nai lungo le tato screen all wa fitu valu tolu fitu valu fa valu o all wa fitu valu tolu fitu valu fa valu o fa te le lava emele mo le taimi ya wa fo le tapo le kalame o le malu I fale ile nei fo ia solulu e no fo nai tabam tina matua ia mafalo longo mai fo ia mafalo sofia I o lato langona ile tulanga o le mea le te tau na fai ia wala au tamuiti mo mai tatu tala no po le tonu le fai u ia le ia la foatu lo witu vai fai mai se sa no nga fa muli ia ona tatu ma vai le mal fa lo
Ia whakte, te le lava severe mo le nei fo ia fiafi e pe lava le talamasani e te le lava le anga o le tāpō kalame whaktai e te fo I lau fionga mo le whātau taina o le tātou po kalame ia e meise fo I Radio Samoa because it's really helping our people. Se whātau tainga this week I went to an opening lena whai I Fale lua for both of our customers
right.
I Nai Mangele. So it was part of the Penina Trust
right.
And the Ministry of Pacific People, the 4 new homes lena open. And 2 of our people have owned those 2 homes. So again, it's still a credit to our le tatou porkalame ma le whaatalatala so there's still a lot of opportunities mo le mamalu le tunu a ye se facility te mea fia malamala mai ia o lo abanoa lava le telefoni vili mai o lua fitu valu tolu fitu valu fa valu o a le ai email mai on emele.palamo@loanmarkets.co.nz ia manu tele malolongo le fiafi pa sai forsa vea
Whafteitele lava ia te ole whaletua, manuia fōi ia malolonga ia matali ngā sua o le fiafi whailoa i le vai aso fōu, tālusia ngā luenga o toi o le nei vai aso, ia whamanuia le atua tātou whailoa ia whasoi ia mulu te mnei. Ia le nā Samoa, le numera a le whaletua ia e mele o le o lua fitu, valu tolu fitu, valu wha, valu o. Wala au ia i so o se taimi, whaamara malama a tiri ai, ia mata upu e pei o na mawha. So matala no ai foi i le nei a fiafi. Ia a o leo wa se e mai ia le uso ia Thomas, mai le tātou company, whaamoe moi na i ana ngā luenga e whaatino o le Builders Blueprint New Zealand. Ia, ma le anga ngā whaalalo Thomas, whatalo whatu ia te o le uso watu o Malu mataulangi, ia ai fio maia i le tāpor kalame o le Malu i Fale i le nei fo i aso lulu. Ma lole sei fu manuia o whaisi lewa tāte le whiloai.
A talo whasawea, whaftai lawa mo lewa noa, ia, walewa whaiwale koe, whaista tala lunga the radio, but it's good to be back. It's always good to be here to share and to see if I'm able to help our people understand our side of things in the construction.
Li lava Malu whaftai me mua whaftai atu le anga le lei i le trip o le whanau o le whatasi atu i kalai stete i le festival ale pola Pacifica ia anga le lei atu le atua i lo anga le lei mai i le whatino ina o le nā sponsor mo le whanau ia une ngana mua wa ai folau peni malau pepa wa e tō tele tangata e wala umai e su ena numera ale sunga a Thomas ia malana company o le Builders Blueprint Auckland, New Zealand o lua tasi 555 tolu ono fa Thomas tatala noa i le mata upulea a fai ua e manatu e fo ile e whaonga le company lea o le Builders Blueprint e whawhea o na whaia se siaki e mauti noa ai fo ilea e le lei ia le quality o ngā ruenga sa whai. O ta mua mai, you know, how can we check the company with the quality of the work that has been done already?
Ai whaftai lawa mo le fasili Savea. So there's a few ways in mawhainga siaki e tato tangata ia matunga ruenga. Number one is our current projects, because we have current projects that are running at the moment.
Right.
I always invite our people to come around and have a look at our current projects. Se ale whātua si vane ba ai ata o matua projects se ale whātua tangata te sau te tilo i matunga luenga. So you can have a look at our current projects. You can also have a look at our reviews. I always tell people, if you want to know something about us, go on Google, because you can't lie on Google. Once it face reviews can't go Google, it stick got a review lunga at Google. So go on our Google page online or Google, and you'll see we are one of the main. We're very well rated on Google.
Yeah.
And you can read all our reviews from our past clients and customers. And then also you can look at our social media, or the Facebook, or the Instagram. A lot of our stuff is on Facebook and Instagram. That's why I always tell, if I can tell for more, na tato matua le Instagram, le Facebook is me. So I always say to them, I take it with me to, it's for them to have a look at some of the meetings that I go to, the consultations. I sit down with them and I discuss. Yeah, but most of the time, please come to our projects.
Right.
It's best you come have a look and see how we work, and you can meet my team. You can get to know our team, because on behalf of my team, when you meet my team, because like I said before, my team is all Pacifica. So You get to see different cultures, Tonga, Fiki, and obviously me, I'm the Samoan, so it's always good to meet new people and discuss these things.
Right, Malu. Ta ua tele le nā ia le wawa ai fo i o tātou Samoa wai. E se longa wai wa ai, ma tilo I le mea whātu a tupu se langona tali tonu fo I lea. Ai, Thomas, o lau company, Builders Blueprint, Builders Guarantee. E whaiona e tango e wha malma lamba. Tai pay out the insurance fo lele to cover the job that you're doing. Lea le umi e au ngā ai le Builders Guarantee lea.
Okay, so I will break this down in more detail. Ole Builder's Guarantee, no company can guarantee you full cover of a lot of things. For us, we offer a 10-year guarantee, the Mako Waya guarantee, but that guarantee is limited to certain things. For example, we can't guarantee certain materials because we didn't manufacture or make these materials. But we can guarantee our workmanship. For example, and it's within our 10 years, due to our workmanship, flood or anything like that, we come back and we fix that for you.
Right.
That's part of our guarantee. So anything that's like a builder's defect, we cover that in our 10-year guarantee. And also with our licensing, by law, we have to come back and fix it. It's part of our the licensed building practitioner guarantee. We have to come back and do it.
Right.
So it's also a law for us as well. So those are in terms of our insurances and material guarantee, we offer those as well based on how we get those insurances. For example, if I said certain type of cladding or certain type of kitchen, we get the manufacturer to guarantee their workmanship. So that's why I think a while ago we spoke about how it's important to use people, a team that can offer all of these things together. Kitchen by yourself, if you buy it yourself, I always explain this to people. If you buy it, that means you're liable for it.
Yeah.
If we buy it for you, it's under our insurance. That is the difference. And they will try and find the cheapest way. And there's a saying in the trade, if you want it cheap, you hire monkeys. So it's how it works. So you pay for what you get. So.
So la se sengo le fausia fo le se sleep out o se sita mai fale tu atu al fale. Ia male fausanga o se fale le leivo le it's a difference between a sleep out and a minor dwelling.
Yeah, I think the difference is in the name itself. They get confused, but the name itself, it's called, one is a sleep out, one is a minor dwelling. Well, a sleep out is something that you can just build that you're just gonna sleep in. It's just a room or two rooms. That's all it is. A minor dwelling is when you put any sort of facilities in it and things like that. Bathroom, kitchen. That's a minor dwelling. It's just a smaller house. That's all it is. That is the difference. But there's a lot of confusion around the minor dwelling and the sleep out. If they see something on the news and they think, for Mele government, we can build now up to 70 square meter, Lima's consent needed. No, but that's not true. A lot of the stuff, you can even read it yourself. It's just past the first reading and it hasn't gone through the second reading. So you gotta be careful what you see on the news sometimes. You actually need to read and understand a little bit better. There's a lot of rules and regulations around minor dwellings and sleep out in all parts of Auckland. So I always advise people to seek proper advice and to read council and NBIE as well. So they have everything on there.
So, Avabella Fataule major dwelling or the main house, le sleep out, male minor dwelling at the back. would that increase the value of the house in the front because you're buying the whole lot?
So, I mean, I probably shouldn't give advice on that because
Okay.
I'm not a
Real
valuer.
estate, yeah.
But from my own personal experience, yes, it does increase the value. I think this will be Emile's field, but it does increase. I think it's pretty logical. You can increase the value on any property that you have if you add extra room.
Right.
Currently, your house is a 3-bedroom house, and then you add another 2 more rooms. The value will definitely be higher than it would be if it was a 3-bedroom house.
Malu.
Technically, says now it's a 5-bedroom house now.
Ile whawhonga mai le tunu, i ona nau tau masani le sunga a Thomas, o le lipule o le tātou company, le na Builders Blueprint to New Zealand, o le novsili ai pe whawhea o na siaki a la tau ngāra banga whamai, a whai te whietal tonu sau i se taimi, e te wawa ai i se tasi o ngāra wenga o lo la tau whaia. Ona e tal tonu ai lea, wai le numero malau peni nai o lo lunga screen, le telefoni le sunga a Thomas, o lua tasi, 555 tolu ono wha. Ona tau mai la ia lea, o le la whai la le minor dwelling, po le sleep out, o a nisi o tau vo le e whawhinga tau na e loa i le amatanga a o le i wha tauru uina i as a renovation o le Fale le te ene. What are some of these costs that are sort of hard to determine in the early stages of building?
Yeah, for Taylor, Sevilla. So I'll cover the first one. You just said renovations, and then I'll cover the second one, which is the minor dwelling and the sleep out. So the first one with renovations, the unforeseen is unforeseen. For example, a olikilo bathroom in the walls, olikilo shower. We cannot view this. We cannot see what's behind the walls until we do what we call an invasive investigation. Or an invasive, it means we need to cut that area out, have a look inside, matitilo polale damage behind. So those are some of the unforeseens that we see. Anything that we cannot visually inspect is unforeseen. We cannot see it unless we do an invasive investigation. So part of our process, we have 2 different types of processes. Number 1, we go through the normal process where we can see everything. It's fine. The house looks good. We give a fixed price. Or the second one I offer to my clients, I say, before we proceed into the contract, there's a small fee of our guys coming here. We cut this open. We have a look. Then we investigate properly. Then we give the price. And I always advise this to certain types of renovations that we look into. For example, if I say a leaky home, it's very hard for us to say to you, oh, this house here is all fine because our leaky home. You need to do an invasive investigation. Then the second one I'll cover off is the minor dwelling or the new builds. The minor dwelling or the sleep out. The sleep out is not so bad. It's pretty easy to calculate that and give a price. But for the minor dwelling, the one that we had trouble with was with council is the Melo Whaingoa development contribution.
Yeah.
Council will charge you what we call a development contribution. This is a lot of people don't understand this. You are excited to get your money from the bank from Emile and you think minor dwelling. But then you have the designers, you've got the engineers, you've got different consultants, and then you've got council on top of that, Victor, Chorus, well, $50,000-$60,000 different areas here. So it's pretty difficult to calculate the development contribution because we don't have control over council. So that's one of the major ones that we struggle with. And I'm very transparent and honest. I'll give you an example, Severe. One of the projects that we're looking into, we're building another minor dwelling is Mosiaingale Otara, very lovely family. And they want to build a 60 square meter minor dwelling, bathroom, kitchen, everything. But from Fale Council, through the email, they said that the development contribution for this particular house, this size, luafi, 22,000. So these are the unforeseen that you just don't know about when you are about to approach a builder. And if you're not told this information up front, you need to be very careful. Matalula build, and then later on, and you get a bill from council, and then you'll get a shock. So you got to be real careful.
And not only that, to tele tangata la to tele loa. Ole pulenga fai tu malo le city council. Ya pe la tole na ngafa lava mama ta upu fa lo tre fale e au fi ai fanua o rates ia o le vai o le tise ia fatasi e male fausia o so se fale. Now, o ani fa mtalanga e te mana o mia. Mai le a inga lea o le au tau feutangai ia ile tau fono mua o le o mana o le ainga o le ala tau ngā lulu e ma oe malau company.
Okay, for Taylor Mosili, I think this topic is imatua important topic clear severe. The number one thing that I need from people is number one, a low budget. I tell you for tato tangata. They find it very difficult to discuss lemelia. So I always say to people, whoever's listening to the show, please, if I come and see you, I'm not trying to figure out how much money I can take from you. I'm just trying to figure out how much you need to spend and save so that we can work backwards. If we know low budget, then I can say to you, okay, we minus 10 to 15% from your budget as contingency. Then we give you your actual budget to work with. And then the whole design or Fale, anything that we try to do is all based on how much you can spend. Lese me talo ele architect po kusiaka. Faya umare kusiaka me ke mga oyai. Na saula ya ule tusiata you don't have enough money. I was said to sing aleata based on the wrong budget. So that's why I explain to people everything is it's very important that you understand low budget layer. Then we work backwards from your budget.
Right.
And then number two is your property file. We cannot do anything in terms of design without your property file. If I today my property file, you can get it from Auckland Council. Everything to do with properties is from Auckland Council.
Malu, whaftai esele ta uol vanga lea o ta talanoai. Ai maisela le melea o leo ieila o packets. Ai e te lua ngā lulu e fo lele backwards in terms of trying to save in la ia to tusa le paketi ma le ata lea le blueprint o le ata le na tusi ina ia a fia uma me na tau na fausia le fale fua le tupe leu au mai o le numero na le sunga a Thomas o lua tasi lima valu tolu ono fa. Brother, always a pleasure speaking with you and discussing, these wonderful, ideas and the work that you do. Ja, la fatu le avano muri mo oi ya fa fonga fo tatu to know.
It's always a pleasure to be here. It's always a pleasure talking to you and sharing with you, and also for our listeners, our people. We're always here to help. We're always here to guide you. And the most important thing is making sure we protect you. So give us a call anytime on 021-558-364. And you can talk to me, and I'm more than happy to help out our people anytime.
Thank you very much, my brother. Looking forward to catching up with you the next time around. Le sunga ya Thomas, ele olu tasi lima valu tolu ono fa soifua ma ia manuia.